you grow up on a farm, it's all about, you know, you have so much stuff to do. There's so much upkeep with a farm, and you're constantly going and doing. And what I did not know was, in a way, it prepared me for real estate. It prepared me to constantly be on the go and constantly be on the move. And you always have a lot of work to do in real estate. Doesn't bother me a bit. I wouldn't have it any other way. It's what I know. I want to be moving all the time. The fact that I'm sitting here right now bothers me. I want to be doing something right now, but I don't know. It really, growing up on a farm really influenced the way that I deal with people and deal with my business, for sure. I have a personal connection, not just with a client, but also with the land itself, because I have a different perspective from most, because I am also attached to land. I'm also attached to the vision that comes with land. Land is not just a thing or an asset. It's a dream, in a way. It's something that you do. It's when you're looking at a piece of land, it's all about what's the future and what are my future plans. And I have a unique perspective on that, because it's my entire life. This place has changed a little bit just over time, and that's part of the goal, I guess. You know, you're always evolving and always having something to do and something to work on. So land is not transactional. In a way, it is personal. So KW Land is a nationwide networking group, I guess you could call it, with really high-powered marketing that stretches across the whole country. It's national marketing. And it gives us access to a lot of different marketing tools specifically for land, including kwland.com, where we can put listings up that syndicates to all the major land listing websites, like land.com, which is kind of the Zillow of land, I guess you could say. I guess you should say the homes.com of land, because homes.com in a way actually owns land.com. But it's a collection of Keller Williams agents that have come together and created this really powerful group. We're doing trainings all the time, and there's all sorts of resources on the website to make all of us better every day, make us better specifically as land agents. And when you couple that with the marketing tools that it provides, it's one of the most powerful things I've seen since I've gotten into real estate. There is so much about it that it's hard to condense it into a minute-long explanation, I guess you could say. But it is a really cool thing that's really helpful for getting land sold just in general. So KW Land is really good at connecting a seller that could be in Georgia with a buyer that could be in Arkansas. And that's because with as big of a reach as it has that's nationwide, it's really helpful for sellers to not just market to their immediate area, which, you know, you could say the same thing about Zillow, that Zillow doesn't necessarily market just to one area, but the MLS does. But when you think of KW Land, you can think about something that stretches nationwide to a nationwide group of agents that has nationwide power around it from a marketing perspective, that's all coupled under one roof. And it's really incredible, because you can find a buyer, maybe a buyer is looking for land here in Georgia or South Carolina, where I'm also licensed. Maybe they're looking for that while they're sitting out in Nebraska. You never know. And using the tools that KW has, we can speak directly to that buyer that's in Nebraska or Idaho or whatever state you want to name. And that's really good if you're trying to sell land. More views, more marketing, more buyers. So I chose to partner with KW Land for a few simple reasons. One, obviously the marketing. The marketing, I'm always looking for any marketing tool that I can possibly get, because I don't want to just list properties, I want to sell properties. It's as simple as that. So anything that I can get, and I saw KW Land really aligned with that goal. And then going to another thing that they align with heavily is just my lifestyle and my personal brand specifically of being a very powerful land-based organization that's inside of Keller Williams, which is another brand that I also align with perfectly. And it's just the perfect fit for me and my clients, no doubt. So the number one thing I would want people to know about the way that I do business is I am always on the go. I am extremely passionate. I can't say this enough. I can't sit still. I want to go all the time. And that really directly correlates to real estate in a way, because real estate never stops. It never sleeps. It's always wide open. Even when the market is down a little bit, there's always something to do. And that's what I like about it. And when I have that direction and that purpose towards putting that energy into a client to get what they need out of whatever the transaction may bring, then it really brings a positive dynamic towards getting things done, I guess you can say.